Gary Cooper was a charismatic leading man who captivated audiences with his charm and talent. But behind the scenes, Cooper's love life was a whirlwind of passion, scandal, and intrigue. From his early days in silent films to the pinnacle of his career, Cooper found himself entangled in a web of romantic scandals, always drawn to his co-stars like a moth to a flame. There's just too many romantic scandals in Gary Cooper's life. You won't believe it. Mexican Spitfire. Gary Cooper was the epitome of a charmer, a man whose heart seemed to have room for countless women. He had a reputation for juggling multiple love interests without a shred of guilt. Each time he found himself paired with a new co-star, the seductive allure of having her in his embrace would tempt him. But that didn't mean he was ready to bid farewell to the other ladies in his life. With his charismatic ways, it was only a matter of time before his tangled web of romances would catch up with him. And that moment arrived when he encountered the fiery Lupe Velez. During the filming of The Wolf Song in 1929, Cooper and his co-star Velez kindled a passionate love affair that burned for 2 years. Their relationship held great significance in Cooper's early years, coinciding with his rise to stardom in the world of talking pictures, amidst the backdrop of the looming Great Depression. Cooper skillfully used the changing tides of Hollywood to cement his status as an iconic figure on the silver screen. But every coin has its flip side. Unfortunately, his devotion to Velez was not unwavering, and during the making of Morocco, he fell under the spell of his co-star, the captivating Marlene Dietrich. It marked Dietrich's first foray into American cinema, injecting an abundance of both on-set and off-set drama into Cooper's already tumultuous life. As Cooper's popularity soared, he found himself cast in ever grander productions, invariably starring alongside accomplished leading ladies. This arrangement did not sit well with Velez, whose possessive nature and intense jealousy ignited a burning desire to sabotage Cooper's flourishing career. The bitter rivalry between Velez and Dietrich soon became the talk of the town, captivating the public's attention. In a shocking turn of events, Velez even resorted to attempting to shoot Cooper as he boarded a train. Her misguided plan failed, and Cooper, undeterred, continued his journey, starring in numerous blockbuster films that would further solidify his status as a cinematic legend. Velez versus Dietrich. Captivated by Cooper's irresistible charm, Dietrich yearned for a place in his heart. However, Velez had no intentions of sharing her man, igniting a bitter rivalry that reportedly simmered between the two women. While Dietrich maintained her professionalism, Velez's behavior was far from dignified. In the eyes of the media, she was an unpredictable force, unable to rein in her emotions when it came to Gary. She would go to any length to maintain her hold on him, even if it meant causing him harm in the process. Meanwhile, Cooper found himself grappling with his own challenges in front of the camera. He grew increasingly discontented with the way director Josef von Sternberg portrayed Dietrich as superior to him. The shots of Cooper appeared passive compared to the commanding presence of the German actress, leaving him deeply unsettled. Fueled by his frustration, the actor boldly bypassed Sternberg and appealed directly to the powerful figures at Paramount. Before long, Cooper's determination paid off, and he successfully halted the director's creative direction in its tracks. Italian Countess. After a string of successful film ventures, Cooper decided it was time to take a breather from the world of acting. From 1931 to 1932, he sought solace in the enchanting landscapes of Italy. It was during this respite that he found himself captivated by the allure of Countess Dorothy di Frasso. Despite the fact that the American-born Countess was married to a prominent and influential Italian figure, it didn't hinder their passionate connection. Cooper and di Frasso spent most of their days ensconced in her elegant villa in Rome, immersed in a whirlwind romance. According to the spirited Tallulah Bankhead, who herself harbored affection for Cooper, she quipped that the Countess had, quote, exhausted Cooper to a Frasso, implying that the Countess had left him thoroughly enchanted and perhaps a bit worn out. With another man? With Cooper's on-screen success continuing, his personal life behind the scenes was far from harmonious. Velez's possessiveness over the actor had reached an alarming level, where even the slightest hint of Cooper's infidelity would send her spiraling into a frenzy. Her paranoia reached to the extent of suspecting Cooper of having an affair with Anderson Lawler, going to extreme measures to substantiate her claims. Lawler was labeled as a swisher during that era, a term used to describe a flamboyant homosexual. Cooper and Lawler shared a residence while working together, giving rise to speculation that Cooper was involved with both Lawler and his romantic partners, Lupe Velez and Clara Bow, simultaneously. Legend has it that Velez, driven by her suspicions, impulsively unzipped Cooper's pants at a social gathering and proceeded to sniff him, alleging she detected the scent of Lawler's cologne. Understandably, this incident marked the beginning of the end for Velez and Cooper's relationship. Fortunately for the actor, the vast ocean of possibilities still held many other romantic prospects awaiting him. Driven to insanity. At the age of 47, Cooper found himself working alongside 21-year-old Patricia Neal in The Fountainhead. Ironically, Cooper didn't hold a favorable opinion of Neal when they first met. Her initial audition fell short of his expectations, leaving him deeply disappointed. While director King Vidor saw potential in her, Cooper desperately hoped she would be let go from the project. However, Cooper's perception took a sudden turn when Neal returned for a second audition the following day. As they worked together, a strong attraction ignited between them, leading to a romantic affair. During their affair, Neal became pregnant, adding a complication to their situation. Cooper, who was married to Veronica Balfe at the time, requested that Neal undergo an abortion. Neal reluctantly followed Cooper's wishes. Cooper eventually moved on and became involved with his co-star Grace Kelly. Unfortunately, Neal remained deeply in love with him. When Cooper made the heartbreaking decision to prioritize his family over his love for Neal, she suffered a severe mental breakdown. As a result, she departed from Hollywood and permanently ended her acting career. Cooper versus Gable. Rumors swirled about Gary Cooper having an affair with his co-star Carole Lombard during their collaboration on the 1931 film, I Take This Woman. It was reported that Lombard, while married to Golden Age star Clark Gable, claimed to have experienced far more satisfaction with Cooper than with her own husband. This revelation irked Gable to the point where he purchased a Duesenberg car that was a whole foot longer than Cooper's, in a desperate attempt to restore his wounded pride. Marriage saved by the Pope. After tying the knot with Veronica Balfe in 1937, Cooper's years of infidelity took a toll on their relationship, leading to their separation in 1951. Rather than proceeding with a divorce, the couple made a trip to Rome in 1953, accompanied by their daughter, to meet with Pope Pius VII. It is believed that this encounter with the Pope played a significant role in saving their marriage. Having been baptized as an Episcopalian during his childhood, Cooper underwent a profound change when he converted to Catholicism in 1959. He often contemplated his past misdeeds and sought solace and guidance within the teachings of the Catholic Church. Here's looking at you, Ingrid. Cooper found himself entangled in a passionate affair with another renowned star, Ingrid Bergman, famous for her iconic role in Casablanca. The chemistry between the two ignited while collaborating on the film For Whom the Bell Tolls in the summer of 1942. They successfully kept their forbidden love hidden from public scrutiny for an entire year, but eventually decided to bring it to an end after completing the production of Saratoga Trunk in 1943. A final, tragic affair. Despite being married to Veronica Balfe for years, Gary Cooper could not shake off his philandering tendencies. Over time, rumors multiplied about his numerous affairs with other women, particularly during the 3 years he spent apart from Veronica. Among his alleged conquests were Lorraine Chanel, Grace Kelly, and Giselle Pascal, among others. While Cooper and Balfe remained married until his death in 1961, he engaged in one final extramarital affair, this time with renowned costume designer Irene Lentz, who was professionally known by her first name only. Despite being married to someone else, Irene reportedly confided in her friend Doris Day that Cooper was the only man she truly loved. Tragically, Irene made headlines for the wrong reasons. Just a year after Cooper's passing, she died under tragic circumstances, falling from a window. It is said that she confided in Doris Day about her devastation over Cooper's death. And that concludes our journey into the captivating and scandalous love life of the legendary Gary Cooper. From his magnetic presence on the silver screen to the tangled web of his personal relationships, Cooper's life was filled with passion, desire, and a never-ending appetite for romance. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.